You're located at the Hood River?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I am in the office right now, here in Hood River. Just got back from Cape Town. Let's see, Saturday night. Yeah, late Saturday night. It's nice to be home for a little bit. It was a busy few months there. With the launch of all the new product and all the bunch of fun stuff, King of the Year, and then I was down in sorry, I'm trying to multitask. Was down in Brazil with our we have some new distributors down there. So we're hanging out with them and getting to know them, and then they took me around to a bunch of the different kite centers that they already work with and potential ones. So that was really fun. And then obviously Cape Town is a blast, and Jeremy doing so well was just, this year compared to last year was incredible. Like, just to see him grow up as a person and an athlete, and it was night and day performance last year to this year for him. So it was pretty amazing.
Jeremy was the first sponsor was KOTA.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when he was young, like he was probably like
13 years or something like that.
Yeah, probably, if not even younger. So it's, and then he came on. Oh, who we got here?
What's up, legends?
Hey, there he is.
How you doing?
That's nice. We are talking about you.
We're talking crap about you. Yeah, I was saying how bad of a team rider you were.
Yeah, terrible, man.
Yeah, that's I cannot believe it that you're on the podium from the KOTA.
Like, yeah, man.
I take a look to all your videos on YouTube when you start your career.
Yeah.
Your professional kiteboard career starts with 13 or something like that.
Yeah, around 13.
Yeah. I asked your first sponsor was KOTA, and then when you changed to Slingshot.
So I basically started in 2017, like as a, let's say, pro career. And I stayed 3 years with KOTA, and then in 2020 I switched to Slingshot and joined Slingshot for now, you know.
Yeah.
And it's going good.
For all the spectators, you grow up on Tenerife, Canary Islands?
No, so my story is a little different. I actually I born in Venice, and then I grew up in Egypt for 11 years because my parents were living there.
Yeah, okay.
And so I literally, let's say, born there. I never lived in Italy, and grew up there till I was 11, and then I moved to Tenerife, and since then I'm just here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So you can speak Egypt, Spanish, English, everything.
So yeah,
you have enough hands?
It's one is enough. Next year maybe I'll have the second one.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
Yeah, it's German. I can speak German, Italian, English, Spanish, and Arabic. 5 languages.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, man, great.
My
dad is Italian. My dad is Italian. My mom is German. Grew up in Egypt. Live in Tenerife. Complete disaster, man.
Okay. What is the best place until now?
Tenerife, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Tenerife, number one forever, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Windy, warm. It's perfect, man. It's perfect.
Yeah, one of our team riders, probably you know him, Mario Soppel.
Oh, of course, man. He actually introduced me into bigger. Like he was when bigger was not a thing back in the days. He was doing it already.
Yeah.
And he was actually one of the best ones. And I just saw him yesterday, and dude, he was super good for that. Like for that time, he was really good, and he taught quite some tricks to me, like kite loops and all the stuff. It was him that actually taught me how to do it.
Yeah, right now he's too old. It's enough for Gleitender TV, but as a tester, but
yeah, he's cool, man. We still kite together. Yeah.
Now the riders like you are too expensive for us. That's the thing.
Yeah. Maybe in a few years.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
you run up the budget,
maybe
I
later
will
we can
come,
talk about it. That would be nice.
yeah, man. What
Yeah.
do you actually do with Lightning TV? You test stuff?
Gleiten.tv, it's an online board sport magazine. We do everything
sick.
from kite surfing, windsurfing, surfing, snowboarding, wakeboarding, stand-up
Wow.
paddling, all the foil theme, kite surfing, everything.
Sick.
whole
You do it in Germany or like around the world?
around the world, but in summertime in Germany, it's we have very nice conditions. I think
Sure.
it's also one of the best places. And for waves, we have to go to Denmark because the spots in Germany are not so.
Yeah. I've been into Fehmarn in a few
very
years
small.
back.
Yeah,
Fehmarn, some
it's good for
pitboarding.
freestyle. Good for
Good.
freestyle, but not so. They
Yeah.
don't have waves anymore.
Sick, man.
And I have for me it was I do it my whole life, and then I cannot do anything else, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's good.
You can grow up with this shit. That's
It's
not
a happy life.
Yeah, it's a happy life
Yeah.
for sure.
Sounds good. Sounds good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I'm not the scene today. I think we have to talk about a bit about the King of the Air and everything around, a bit about the material and everything. First of all, when you last year was the first time on the King of the Year.
Correct.
Yeah, and when you start this year, you have a plan. You have a plan exactly to end up at the podium.
Yeah, like
Probably.
every competition, there's a plan, and if it works, it works, and if not, then not, you know. But yeah, for sure, this year it was quite different than last year, because dude, last year I came in, I was first time competing, and it was a new thing to me, you know. So I had to learn how it actually rolled, you know. And I was super nervous last year, and it just took me the whole year just refocalize and be super focused for the upcoming year. That was this one. And yeah, last year taught me a lot, and through the whole year I just kept training my mindset and the way to like be just chilled and have like a plan and just stick to it, you know. And it worked, you know. It's great that it went how we all thought, or like I actually thought, you know. No one thought it, but I thought it. So
I
yeah.
think the to be clear in the mind, it's the biggest thing for an event like this, or
Yeah, for any event, and also for just training, you know. It's also training. If your mind is a bit, let's say, not focused, you know, you cannot train as you really should. But it's a hard work to get the mindset right, for sure.
it's a motivation.
Oh man, of course, yeah. And lately it's been really back.
Yeah, but I think Lorenzo and Andrea, they are friends. Or you are friends altogether. You
Yeah, we are
do
friends.
kite camps together.
Correct. Yeah, man.
And you also train a lot with them. Is it possible?
Yeah. So Lorenzo lives here in El Médano too. So we kite every day together. And when it's windy somewhere else, like Tarifa or France and stuff, we always go together. And yeah, Andrea just comes over. We at the end we always together in all the places, because all the comps are we all there, you know. So we're just friends, and yeah, we travel everywhere together where the wind is, you know.
It's also in the training a battle between us.
Always, man. Also out of the water.
But I say you need the battle with the best riders, or I think.
Of course, man. It's how we push, I think, the sport, and
Yeah.
how we get the motivation up. and I think it's the best way to do it, you know. Having friends in the industry and as a rider, and you just push and push, and that's how the sport evolves.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, man.
You win before the KOTA, you win one event in Brazil?
No, was full power.
Ah, that was only for power. Okay.
But Brazil
I
as
mean,
well last year.
last year was Brazil, yeah.
Last year, okay.
Yeah.
This year you start with prototypes from the code.
Yeah.
When was the change? When was Alula code almost ready?
So we started it.
I'm spoiling every time. I'm spoiling the duotone. Pete Cabrina asked me some. That was one time. He told me, he present all the new stuff for the season, and then I asked, okay, but I need more secrets. I need more. What's in the future? And he was asking me, hey, today it's Christmas, and you get all the presents, and you ask me what is the present for the next year. So that's I'm an idiot. Sorry for that, but I have to ask for that.
Yeah, you have to ask, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah, sure.
Just kidding,
Sure,
but
I know.
I'll let Jeremy touch on. So Jeremy's been super involved for the last 2 years working with our kite designer and with us, honestly. Jeremy is obviously a talented rider on the water, a good person off the water, but then there's something special. His brain works with kite designers, and one thing is always challenging in the industry is finding an athlete that can speak the same language as a kite designer. It's really challenging to find that, and that's something that Jeremy has. And so I'll let him kind of touch on, you know, working with Addy and all that kind of stuff. But what we can say about that kite is obviously we watched it perform. You know, Jeremy's skilled. The kite is also really, really good. What we can say is we have that in the bag. It's really exciting. And keep your eyes peeled for about early summer of 2024. But I can let Jeremy touch on some more of his design work and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think so. I think also that's one of the most important thing. Yeah, there are a lot of young talent riders in the scene, but work together with a designer, that's a really special thing. And there are only, I think, maybe 5 or 10 people in the world can do this job.
Yeah,
it's not so easy. You can you can do all these tricks, but you don't have to know how the kite works really. Nothing. Did you try only for the prototyping Alula, or do you make experiments with different stuff for the struts?
Yeah, we did try quite a lot of materials for the kites, and yeah, the Lula one was the winner out of all. It's I think it's the best we can get, and that there is right now in the market, you know.
Yeah. Did you think that's the only you need construction like this to be on the podium at the end for the tricks we had right now?
Like the whole industry is actually changing into a Lula because it just performs like let's say like everyone, like we got I think all the brands just testing it, and I think they're gonna come out all soon with it, and it's just so good, you know. It makes everything just easier, and I think it's a new way, a new path for kiting, you know. It will bring us into new heights, into new tricks, and it will be also more accessible in lighter winds because it's super light, and in stronger winds it's super stiff, so it will make a difference in the kite industry for sure.
Can you explain it a bit more in detail when you do a double or try a triple or something like that? Because we have a lot of spectators. Okay, they are intermediate or something like that, but we have also a lot of customers or spectators. They want to know exactly what happened.
For sure. So basically, a Lula, it's been developed already quite some years ago. Ocean Radio was the first one using it.
Yep.
and it's basically just makes the whole kite frame super stiff because it's a really stiff material. You don't even have to pump it up super hard, not like other materials. This one is like already stiff itself. So also if you just pump it like to 10 psi, it will be super stiff. And by that you can have a smaller leading edge size, and it will just make everything better, you know. Like the aerodynamics and the catching of the kite, and of course the weight is really important in the kite. And this Alula thing is super light, so you can really use it also in light winds. And also for like kite loops, for example, if you have a lighter kite, it will catch way before a normal Dracon kite because it's just lighter, so it will fly faster through the air.
What do you think you need? You need the maximum of flight speed, or you need you need the maximum of precise steering? What is the most important part for you, for your style? You're very elegant in the air. It looks
Thank you.
very cool. So it's not a lot of dangling in between. You know the difference, because then
Yep.
and, all these new tricks are on the edge. Sometimes when you don't do it 100% right, then it looks a bit ugly.
It looks a bit like a circus, you know?
Yeah, it's like a bit like circus head. But when you do
Yeah.
it right, then it's in one flow. Then it's then it's butter.
That's poetry in motion, man.
Yeah.
Literally.
So
That's-
Jeremy, from something just that what I've seen, do you feel that because I mean when you look at King of the Air, I mean I'm obviously biased, but you for sure have the best style. I don't know if anybody's going to argue with me on that. Do you think that style comes from your freestyle background compared to just?
For sure, 100%, man. Like freestyle does a lot in like when you get into kiting, because it just makes you makes you improve your control, your body control, your kite control. And with all these stylish grabs you get to do with freestyle, I think you can learn and get a lot of confidence out of that, and then you just transmit it into bigger. That I think the first bigger steps are easier than freestyle steps, because freestyle is really hard in the first years, and then afterwards you get to know it better. But to get into bigger is quite easier. So if you have already a good freestyle background, it will boost you way more in bigger and faster, you know, like in the progress, you know.
Yeah, that was also one of my questions, because I saw you start with freestyle, Anuk freestyle, then you're also doing kite surfing a bit. It looks also good, and I think that's I think also really important to be a complete athlete right now.
Sure.
To push the sport and all these things.
For sure.
When was the point that you like to change to the big air theme?
I think 2021 was when I actually said, all right, what I got to do is bigger, because I was in the GK of Tarifa in 2021, and it was supposed to be freestyle. And then the wind, the day of the comp, it was super strong, the wind. And they just switched it to bigger, and I just did what I already need, what I know how to do, you know.
Yeah.
And because I was still practicing bigger back in the days before actually it was a thing. Because when it was strong, I was not going to freestyle because I like bigger more in strong winds. And yeah, I just trained, just did it in the comp, and I like got second that year. And I was like, all right, this is it's time to take it seriously, you know.
Yeah. You're also listed on the GWA rider list for wing foiling, and also we have some on our website, some background screens with you. And
Oh, really? Sick.
there are a lot there are a lot of yeah, I know. In Germany everybody knows Kleidung.tv, but I'm happy that not everybody knows it, because then we are at the end. Did you start again with the GWA in wing foiling probably?
No, I kind of left it on the side since last year. Last year was like a crazy year where I like just competed GWA, GKA, bigger kite league, king of the air. Like I could call the wire. Like competed in everything, man. And it was just a test, you know. I think it was fun. But the thing is, when I used to wing, I like to wing with super strong wind. And the other thing is, when there's strong wind, I ride bigger. So it was taking a bit of time from the other. So I just decided I'm a kiter, so I keep kiting. I'm definitely not switching to winging, man.
But
Yeah,
probably for a Slingshot advertisement, or
I liked it actually myself because
Elliot, or we have now better riders.
Jeremy is insane at winging too. It's tough. It's hard for him because he's so good at everything. But it's like in big air right now. I don't want to put words in your mouth too, Jeremy, but I feel like with big air right now with the level, it's like it's really hard if you're not super 100% dedicated. The progression is happening so fast that if you're not 100% dedicated to big air, if you're doing both, your chances of slipping behind grows, right? So
it's huge.
you know, Jeremy's number one thing is big air. So if he wants to be the best, he's got to commit.
Yeah.
But with that said, I'm sure there will be time in the future where we have a last minute wing shoot and I'll have to give him a call. I'm sure it'll happen.
Sure, it will be fun, man. Still on it. Still on it.
A bit back to the equipment. What do you like more? Did you test already 5-strut kites?
Yeah.
Or what do you think? What is the best? What is the best? I think where we see last year they changed the kites in the heats, so to get the height, and on the other side to get all these technical tricks. But what will be the best compromise at the end? Will it be based on 5 struts or 3 struts? What do you think?
I think the direction is 3-strut. The prototype I'm using is a 3-strut, and I think it's just it's hard to match the speed of the 3-strut and the lift of the 5-strut.
Yeah.
And nowadays with the new technology of material and all the stuff, you can fit it all in one. So I think 5-strut is coming to an end. Let's say I'm not don't say like this, but it's like everyone is gonna start to switch onto 3-struts, and 5-strut is gonna go a bit down until we find something new with 5-strut. We are still working on it, and we have it in plan too. But for now, it's pure 100% on 3-strut. The prototype I'm working on. It's we're trying to make the best kite again, and I think we're really close to achieve that thing. So our full focus is on that kite right now.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you change, Elliot? Did you change also the canopy from the new Alula code?
Yeah. So when you change Alula, you know, you can't just. I mean, you could just take a 160 kite and slap some Alula on there and call it good, but it's not going to perform as well. So when Jeremy can touch on this more, but when you add Alula into the mix, it changes so much of the composition of the canopy, right? The whole airframe has changed. So you do need to tweak the profile, the bridles, everything else to get the most benefit out of the material. You have to tweak it, and I can let Jeremy kind of touch on that more.
Yeah. Basically, it's we kept the canopy material the same as the previous year, as the Code V1. That's basically the same because I think it's the most durable and strong material we have. So I think why should we change it? There's no point. So we just kept that, and we just worked around the Lula and make it fit on the kite. It took us quite some work, but after all this work, it paid off, you know. So I'm happy to say it's working. Great.
Did you change a lot? Did you change the profile from the regular code?
We changed quite almost everything out of the code.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
say it has
yeah.
still the DNA. The DNA of the code is still there. But it's really upgraded. It's like if when you fly this kite, you'll be like you feel like something has like really evolved, and it's like flying something from the future, you know.
I asked so stupid for the customers because a lot of people think, okay, we only have to change the material from the struts. So what is the reason that the price from a Lula kite is cost 1,000 euro more or $1,000? And then they ask, it looks exactly the same. Okay, but at the end, you have a completely new construction. That's
And,
what
and
we
we kind
able
of
to
we
transportate for everybody. It doesn't matter what kind of company or which company it is. So
I
it's
mean,
also for Slingshot the same.
so internally, we had that exact same discussion as I think every
Yeah.
kite consumer, whatever kite enthusiast has. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, it's shiny and yellow. Is it worth an extra €1,000? And we had that debate internally, and what we came to is like, we only want to bring an Alula product if
Yeah.
performance matches the cost. If it performs that much better that it justifies spending an extra $1,000, then absolutely let's bring it to market. And so again, that kind of touches on what Jeremy and our kite designer have been working so hard to do, is like make it that much better to justify that. And I think we nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah. How long does the process take?
Wow, man,
It never ends.
it never
No,
ends, man. It's like
only for the new kite.
If you ask
this
the
one
kite designer, it'll never end, because him and Jeremy are always creating and
Okay.
building,
we
making it
we
better.
we did. Let's say we did this kite in more or less. It was a record time because we didn't take that much, but it took us like 6, 7, 8 months, something like that.
Okay,
But
that's
the thing
quick.
is, this kite is done already, and we're already on the next thing, man.
Yeah,
We're
yeah, sure.
already on something new,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So it didn't take much, and I'm happy because we took a lot of time to learn to learn how to make it good, to take less time, you know.
Yeah.
So what came before actually of this kite was the real work, you know. So it took us like a year and a half to like
Mm.
really understand everything, work together perfectly, and it took us a lot of time. And once we got like everything in place, we took all our experience and put it all into this kite, and there's where it starts to shine, you know. So
You
it's a
use the
lifetime work.
Yeah, for sure. You use this exact same technique for closing the struts like Ocean Rodeo, or you did a different
The seams.
the seams. Yeah,
Um,
it's exactly the same because I think only Duotone they are the only ones they change it, but all the other companies they take the technique from Ocean Rodeo.
oh sure, yeah.
Could it be?
Elliot would know better than me. I'm
Yeah,
not
we
sure.
spent a lot of time, and that's one of the big issues, not issues I want to say, but one of the things that we really wanted to make sure we had figured out is the seams, right? Because that's where you will see the issues and you see the seam creep. So we spent a lot of time, and we tried multiple different seam constructions. And what I will say is we found one that from our testing is the best.
Great.
And
It's great. It's great.
not
Yeah,
stretch,
it's been
it's not creeping, it's not stretching. We have had
Yeah.
0 blowouts. So what I'll say is we found one that works really well. And that's what we're using.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Zero issues. I've been leaving kites under the sun for hours and hours, riding them for hours and hours. I have my kite school in Sicily, the JB Pro Center, that where I like all my like old prototypes. I just give them to like test for like durability, because I think it's one of the best things is just doing courses on it, and you can really see like because they crash it a lot, they smash them hard and everything, and I had zero problems with the Lula material. Never had it exploding, never had it creeping, and still running, man, to this day.
Why is your school in Marsala and not in not in El Mirano?
Tenerife? Yeah, I would
Too
wish. I
much.
would wish.
It's easy. Too much schools in El Mirano.
Correct, man. Correct,
That's
man. And also in Sicily. It's been kiting is growing so big, and everyone is trying to like now do business out of it, you know.
yeah.
And yeah, there's no space more here in the Netherlands. It's really hard to get it, and I had the opportunity together with my dad to open up one in Sicily, and
Yeah.
we have it since 3 years already, and it's great. It's
Yeah,
working
cool.
good.
It's also a nice place there. We went there.
Oh yeah, for
We
sure.
do also
Light
testing.
wind, flat water, not too strong. It's super easy for
Yeah.
learning and free riding and freestyle. Of course, it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. One of the last questions was in the final. In the final, you change also your kite, oh? You change the kite size.
Yeah, yeah.
And at the end, you use 5 or 6.
It was I switched to 5 meter, but right the wind dropped when I switched
Yeah.
it because my game plan was few biggies, then switch to 5, throw in a few good doubles,
Yeah.
and that was it. But right when I switched to 5,
Yeah.
it's my because it's my favorite.
It
It's my
dropped a bit.
favorite size.
Yeah.
It's my favorite size for doubles. It dropped completely, and I couldn't really get the height to do it because all the other guys were on 6, but I was on 5, and it was not really that windy. And I did a few, and I like started to like say, shit, I cannot get the height and stuff. Just went back, went to Elliot. He handed me over the 8, and just went and do another 8 meter big loop, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay to learn for next time. I need to grab a 6, you know.
But it's
So yeah,
it was not so easy because in the final I saw it also on this on the live screen. I think also it was at the end it was close together to the second place. It was not a big difference in between. The final
yeah,
was
yeah,
pretty close together because everybody was struggling a bit. The semifinals are probably a bit higher quality from the tricks and everything, but
correct.
that's Cape Town. You never know if the wind is picking up or it's dropping a bit at the end
Yeah.
of the day. So
Yeah, if we would have started the comp, I think more or less by an hour before, I think we would have had the semi-final wins for the final, and I think it was one of the strongest wins of the day and the strongest heats. And I actually was planning to go out and double on the 5 on the semi-final, but then I just saw the points and I was ahead by quite a bit, so I was like, I won't risk it. I would just keep it for the final, and then it just didn't go, but it's okay. Yeah.
but at the end, everything was good. You're happy with the
Great,
surprise.
great, man. Great.
Yeah.
Check this, dude. We got it right here.
Yes.
Check it.
Yeah, that's
Here it is. Here it is. It's great, man. I'll put it on, man.
Yeah.
Let me feel proud.
you have to use it. You have to use it every day, every time. You know?
Yeah, I put it in my wetsuit and I ride with it.
And
Yeah,
it helps. It helps with the girls also.
Let's see. Let's try.
I don't think Jeremy needs any help in that regard.
Now maybe it's but there are two different things: good looking and your medal.
Yeah, and ice
That's
man chain.
it's a double
Yeah, double trouble.
double trouble. That sounds
No,
pretty
yeah.
nice.
I will let you know how it works.
That's cool. What are the plans in the next future? What are you doing next?
So now it's a bit of a time off.
Yeah.
Not much to do, no competitions. I'll keep training, of course. Heading over to Vietnam together with the kite designer in January. Go to work to finish off this kite to try to release it as soon as possible because we really want to show the world what we've done and what we're capable of, and we really want to make the world feel how it works. So
Yeah.
just going down, finish it, delivering it, and then just straight off other competitions and training, man. Like the same as every year, you know.
Cool. So when is the launch? From the what is the name from the? All right, what is the name? What is the name from the code?
It'll be it's a code for sure. That's what I'll give you that. Keep to everybody watching, keep your eyes peeled on our social medias. Like Jeremy said, we're working as fast as we can to get this kite complete. But with that said, you know, something that Slingshot's always believed in is quality and durability. So we do not want to launch a product that we don't feel comfortable. That's 100%. It's going to last you years on the water.
Yeah.
So we really take that seriously. So we're working really hard. Like Jeremy said, he's going to go down and work directly with our kite designer and get this thing signed off and ready to go. So to everybody watching, keep your eyes peeled on our social media. And I would say early summer of 2024 is when you can expect to see it in your hands.
It's coming, man. It's on the way. A masterpiece.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I think thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're here. We're around anytime.
Yeah. Next
Whenever,
time,
man.
maybe we have the next theme for wing foiling. Probably we met us together.
Perfect.
Or maybe on the beach.
Maybe next time we will do a new kite, man. Of course.
We will see. We will see. There are a lot of nice pieces in the world because we are interested in all these things. We love it. We love also the whole new scene with all these new materials, and it's a bit difficult, I think, for all the people to say that's you have to buy a kite for $3,000 or something like that, or because it's a lot of money at the end.
Sure.
Yeah.
But the biggest mistake is when you fly one time a kite like this, you cannot change back. That's the problem. It's what we say. At the end, in the beginning, it was a big problem for me for the test. What I have to say, I cannot say, okay, your regular the normal kite, it's pretty bullshit because everything with the new material is better. The low end is better, the precise is better, the steering is better, flight speed is better, lift is better, hang time, not 100%. Hang time is the only small difference where the softer materials probably not less from the performance. I think so.
I don't
On one side, when you fly it with a new material and you live from the flight speed from the kite, then the hang time is better with the new materials. But when you're more inactive from your riding style, then an old one is probably better. Yeah, that's what we figure out.
Yeah, you have a good point, actually, man.
That's the same because when you don't move the kite as much. We tried with the Evo D-Lab or something like that. When you don't move it, you fell out from the sky. There is nothing. But when you move it a bit, then it's like a plane, probably exactly like yours. And also with all the other kites we try, there are two different things in between. So at the end, I think it is 100% correct because in the market you have pretty expensive cars for somebody, and you have regular cars. They are much cheaper, and it's a lot of fun to ride a normal code because it's one of the best free ride kites we think, and
Sure.
but it is super cool to figure out what the new thing will do.
Yeah. And yeah, we've been joking internally about this kite, calling it the helicopter.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we all got on Jeremy's after KOTA, and it seemed like you would, I don't want to say it guaranteed, but like you would get an extra 5 meters on your jump. Like it just, it's crazy. Like the amount of lift and any time and float on that thing is for me, I've never experienced anything like it.
Yeah, it's makes everything easier, man. Any trick, anything you do is just easier, man. It makes your life easier, dude. When
It's
you
the
have it
cheat
sitting in
code.
your, yeah, it's a cheat code.
That's funny when you say it. Makes your life easier. So you do tricks that everybody is looking like that and say, "Oh, okay, they're cool." It's like a circus, like a triple quad backflip or something like that, without safety and everything. You know, what does it mean? It's a hard work, and it's also funny. The I don't know the word in the second. What happened in the last 2 years with the King of the Air, with riders like you, with all the young guns?
Yeah.
I told it young guns. I say young guns because that was a completely different story right now.
Yeah, we changed the
sport, you changed everything, and I have to say thank you for that again. Because
thank
right
you for supporting, man.
Because right now it's not so boring at the end on the beach, you know. Because you know Cape Town, at the end you're a rider, that's no problem. But as a spectator, you are freezing at the end.
I bet. Yeah, man. With nothing to say, man. Great. Great.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you for supporting it, man.
Yeah.
And
so I have to say at this moment, bye-bye, and see you next time.
Okay. Thanks
you for the interview, man.
Appreciate it.
Night, day, wherever you are. Ciao, man. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.